Hello, Aaron Kubitz, personal trainer at Functional Aesthetics CC, where we're helping average guys move better in their life outside the gym. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a very basic yet effective way to train your chest, triceps, and your arms. So, using compound movements, all right? So we're going to be doing some weighted chin-ups and doing some bench presses, and then throwing a little bit of accessory exercises in there as well. So when you're trying to build the most, when you're structuring your workouts, as I've talked about before, you want to try to incorporate movements that are used the most amount of muscles at one time as the bread and butter or the foundation of your workout. Then things like isolation exercises like concentration curls, rotator cuff exercises, tricep extensions, rope exercises, cable flies, things like that, you do towards the end of your workout to kind of add the icing on the cake, to add that detail, as it were. It's kind of like when you're building a house, you start out with the foundations, you got the big studs, the nails and stuff like that, the concrete that forms the foundation of the house, and then when you get towards the end, you're putting the paneling on, and you put in those nice cabinets with a nice varnish and nice little finishing touches on there with the carving and the ornate ornaments and stuff like that that you have to kind of really bring out and create that homey feel for the house, right? But none of that is worth anything if the foundation of the house itself and the functionality of the house isn't there. So that's what you want to try to create first, and that's why the bread and butter of your exercise programs should be compound movements. Those compound movements are going to create more anabolic hormones to boost muscle growth and strength. They're also going to help you burn more calories just because of more muscles being used. So whether you're trying to build more muscle or you're trying to lose fat, you should be doing the same kind of movements. The only difference is the diet, the food that you're taking in and how your diet looks. Otherwise, your workout routine looks pretty much the same. You might add in a little bit of HIIT training or something like that towards the end of the workout when you're trying to burn a little bit extra fat or something like that, especially towards the beginning of your fat loss phase. Towards the end, it's a little bit more focused on diet and less on that HIIT training and stuff. But that can be a topic for another video. So using basically, having those compound movements in which chin-ups are. So as opposed to a biceps curl, the chin-up is going to be using also your lats, your core strength, everything like that involved in the movement, making it a more functional movement than, say, doing biceps curls. Not to say you shouldn't do biceps curls, but I think that you should first, especially if you're short on time, do things like chin-ups. And then if you have a little extra time, you can, and you're at a more advanced stage where you need a little extra challenge, you can add in those curls and stuff like that towards the end to kind of burn out the muscles, add a little bit more definition, more detail, and work on those little weak points or something like that you're trying to bring out. All right, guys, without further ado, we'll get into the video. It's a real short one today, pretty basic, and then I will see you on the flip side of the video. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. As you might have noticed, I was doing just regular bench presses towards the end. I threw in some lateral raises as well, just because I felt like I needed a little extra in that shoulder work on the sides. Now typically, especially in the beginning, you actually do work your side deltoids doing overhead presses and shoulder exercises of that nature, but sometimes because they are a muscle group that is more endurance based than your prime movers for doing in the anterior deltoid region here, they aren't strong enough to do the pressing movement that you're doing. They act more as a stabilizer muscle in that movement, and so adding the lateral raises towards the end of that can add a little bit more volume to actually fatigue them enough so that they'll grow a little bit. So that's sometimes why you throw lateral raises in there in addition to your main movements like the bench press and the overhead press. Now if you're wondering why I did the bench press instead of doing, say, like a close grip bench press, which would focus more on your triceps, or doing, skull crushers or things like that, while I was pairing it with the chin-ups, well, there's not really a good reason for that. I just felt on that particular day that I also wanted to hit my chest a little bit. Some days, when your chest is a little bit more burnt out because you already did a chest day, then you do triceps later on with lighter weights just to kind of add a little bit more direct work to the triceps. I hadn't been doing that, and so I figured, well, I'm going to do a bench press. It's going to hit my chest, hit my triceps, hit my shoulders all at once. It's not going to take a lot of time, and that's why I did that particular thing. But you're right. If you were thinking that maybe it is a little bit more effective if you are doing an arm specific workout, to do more targeted tricep work rather than doing, say, the bench press, which is a little bit more balanced between chest, shoulders, triceps, serratus, things of that nature. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see more content related to rehab, correcting muscular imbalances, getting rid of back pain, shoulder pain, things that are inhibiting you from performing at your best or getting around injuries, also things related to nutrition, whether for building muscle, sports performance, losing fat, or videos just like this, just me showcasing a workout that I'm doing and explaining a little bit of the reasons why I'm doing the workout, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel by hitting that button in the lower right hand corner of the screen, and also hit that like button so more people interested in this kind of content can see this video. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you all next time for more health and fitness related information.